Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be unboxing the A to Z Gundam, or the AZ Gundam. I'm not really sure exactly how you're supposed to pronounce that. In Japanese, it just says AZ Gundam. Anyway, this is a HG Build Fighters kit that is a little bit special, a little bit unique one, kind of the first of its kind, actually, because it's not exactly a P Bandai kit. It's a P Amazon kit in Japan. Anyway, this was sold exclusively through Amazon, but outside of Japan we were able to get this through normal sellers, so that's pretty cool. Either way, this is a very interesting kit, and you can see the whole like Amazon thing going on with the A to Z is sort of like taken from the Amazon logo. Even on the shoulders you can see a sort of capital A there on the shoulder armor, so it's some kind of obvious product placement here with this kit, but if you just ignore those facts, it still makes for a pretty cool looking Zeta variation in here. I like the way this Gundam looks. It's a really cool, interesting design. I love the colors as well. Pretty cool box art here as well. This box art looks quite nice. You can see its transformed state here in the back. It is a Zeta Gundam, so it does transform. I'm guessing this is going to be based off of the Revive Zeta HGUC kit, so that'll be good. And it's got some new parts. The Revive Zeta kit is a very, very nice kit. So here on the side, we can see this actually doesn't have a number on here, which is quite interesting. I'm actually very surprised by that. I know it's sort of an exclusive kit, but I still would have expected them to put a number on this in the line, but so that's kind of odd. Okay, so going to the bottom of the box here, we can see some action poses. It's got its beam saber, its twin hyper mega launcher. It's kind of interesting shape. I kind of wish that those parts were like straight instead of curved like that. Kind of makes it have an odd look. And it has its A to Z beam saber shield there as well. So it looks like maybe different beam effect part for that larger one coming out of the shield. That's pretty cool. The Prime Cannon mode, another callback to Amazon there, product placement. Amazon Prime, get it? Prime Cannon mode. Yeah, so this is mobile suit mode, and it can transform into the Wave Rider mode. I'm surprised they didn't call it like Express Delivery mode or something like that, but well, opportunity missed on that one, Bandai. And then we have the ballistic weapons here advertised with that, so you can do that if you like. Going around to the other side, we can see just a simple shot here, what the kit is going to look like when it's all painted up. Again, I really like that light blue color with that white and light blue, and then instead of red, it's kind of a orangish kind of color. It's a pretty nice looking color. Here's a little bio on that. This is a new Gunpla model that Meijin Kawaguchi III created for overseas tours based on the Zeta Gundam, which is the principal machine in Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. This model was designed to improve the firepower and propulsion force of the maximum. Blah, 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 blah. Rumor has it that an unofficial battle using this model took place somewhere in Japan just before Meijin left Japan, and the opponent was a build fighter with deep connections to the Meijin. Okay, well, nothing really to do with Amazon there, unfortunately. And then we have a list price unlisted here, since this was sort of an exclusive kit. They didn't list the price for this, but it was on the higher end for an HG. I think it was around 2,400 yen, 3,000 yen, something like that. Inside here, of course, it's going to have some runners from the Revive Zeta, or the Gunpla Evolution Project Zeta, I should say. But there we can see obviously some new parts there, and of course it's not a fully transforming kit. It does have some parts forming. I'm totally okay with that. I talked about that in my review of the Zeta Gundam. You can check that out. Go back and watch that if you like. But again, really nice colors on that. I like that orange color. Always like to see some orange, so nice color scheme there. Okay, then we have our manual here. And here at the bottom, again, some more information there. I think it's probably just the same stuff that was on the outside of the box, so just pass that. On the back, obviously, our customized plan here based on the Zeta Gundam, and then just talking about the Prime Cannon mode, the A to Z Beam Saber shield, the Twin Hyper Mega launcher, and just some more details about that. And we have our color guide here in Japanese and English, and then a lineup of some other fantastic Build Fighters kits there at the bottom. Going around to our parts list here, you can see on the A and B runners, which would be old ones, although not very old. We are going to have some leftover parts from there, maybe one from the B2 runner as well, and then the rest of it we're going to be using pretty much everything except for a bunch of parts here on the E runner for some reason we're not going to use, so that's kind of strange. I guess that's probably an older runner as well, just put in here. So, okay, construction goes from the body to head, arms, feet, right leg, left leg, lower body is done, the whole Gundam is done, and then onto the backpack, then back around to our color pages here, finishing up those cool big cannons there on the backpack, then onto the weapons. It's pretty much just a couple of beam rifles there with these parts on the top and bottom, and then a little bit about equipping the beam saber effect parts, and then the cannons, and then the transformation. So not a very complicated transformation here, it looks like. It's just kind of take it all apart and then put it back together in a different way to make the Wave Rider mode. I'm totally fine with that. If you guys, again, if you saw my review of the HG Zeta Gundam, I said that I actually preferred that. It seemed much more stable. The transformation is actually really nice. I don't care at all that you have to take it apart and parts form it. So let's get a look at the runners. Here's something you'll really like. This is the foil sticker sheet here, and you can see just 2 little foil stickers, one for the eye and one for the head camera, and that is it. So for HG kit, that's pretty good. Got our polycap runner here, PC002, just in standard gray. Also very cool here are beam saber effect parts, SB13, standard 1/44 scale beam saber effect parts, but in this time, instead of that boring old pink, red, or red color, we got this really, really bright fluorescent green color. Very cool, very unique. Alright, then here we have our A runner, again from the Revive Zeta, or the Evolution Project Zeta, the newer HGUC Zeta Gundam, and we've got some yellow parts there at the top and on the side. One little clear bluish green part there for the eyes, and then some orange there throughout, replacing the red from the original kit. We got runner B1 here for a bunch of our white parts for the kit. Again, these are not new parts, but all very nicely detailed parts, and you can see this runner is completely chopped and screwed. We have just different sections here and there, sections missing for the runner, and this runner is obviously made to be chopped up and used for many different Zeta variants, so that's pretty obvious. And then we have runner B2, which is a copy of this section of the runner here. And runner C1 here, we have our first completely new runner for the kit. So we've got some white parts here across the bottom, the dark blue across the top there, and then some gray here throughout the middle, and then one little orange part there on the side. And then we have runner C2, which is a copy of this section of the runner, but you can see they omitted the orange and then replaced that with a section of yellow there at the top. So kind of creative how they did that. They needed doubles of all of these parts, but just single one of those, so they put them on separate runners. I guess there was probably some reason for that. And another new runner here is the runner D1 in this really nice light blue color. It looks very pretty, I must say. And all the new parts are really nicely detailed. They should match really well with the rest of the kit, which again, the base kit is very recent. The base kit just came out not too long ago, last year, in the summer of last year, so we should have no issues with the quality of the kit. And then we have runner D2 here, which is a copy of this section. So actually it looks like, unless the front and back skirts are the same, which I can't remember if they are, you'll have 2 of that front skirt part there, possibly. Well, no, actually, I just checked the manual again, and you just have an extra front skirt part, so that's cool. You can use that for something else if you want. Anyway, this is runner E1 in just standard gray color here, obviously for a bunch of our joint and mechanical parts. Our hands are on there as well. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of options for the hands, just holding hands, and that's it. So if you want some nicer, more expressive hands or something, you'll have to get some from a different kit and paint the hand covers or something. Anyway, we have runner E2 as well, which is a copy of this section of the runner here. And last but most certainly not least here is runner F1. This is a pretty interesting one. It's some really cool beam effect parts, once again in that really bright fluorescent green color, very cool color. And this runner is actually from 2003 from the HGAW Gundam Double X. So that's why we have these other clear parts here on the side. Those are parts for the chest of the Double X, which obviously are not going to be used in this case. So that's kind of cool. And you have, I think you're only going to need one of these effect parts, so you'll have an extra one you can use with something else if you want. So pretty cool looking kit overall. I gotta say, it's good for us living outside of Japan that this wasn't an exclusive kit. Even if you're living inside Japan, I mean, all you need to do is be able to order from Amazon and that's it. So it's not exactly the hardest to get exclusive kits at all, so that's cool, and it looks like a pretty nice solid kit, so I'm actually quite excited about this. I was kind of on the fence at first whether I was really into it or not, and I kept going back and forth, but I'm actually quite excited about it now, so I'll get this all snapped up and then I'll come back with the review for you guys coming up next. If you have questions or comments, as always, leave those down below. And of course, I have to give a big thank you to USI Gundam Store for supplying me with this kit, so guys, please do check the link below and support them if you're living in the US, of course. And as always, guys, hope you're having a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey! Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to check the kit out for yourself, you can head over to USI Gundam Store. Use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10. Save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.